But now we have the Screamer and Howler combo here on this robot. 5 point something million HP in the top left, and I teleported to him. So I really hard countered this guy crazy right there with his Ravager and with his regulators. Typically he would do a lot there, but I teleported to him, EMP'd him I think, and then deleted him from short range. What's up friends, this is Manni and welcome back to the test server of War Robots with some more Teth robot gameplay. You see here the new weapons are doing pretty decent damage for short time when they are really close to the enemy, but then they reload, 50 meters range. I don't see them, to be honest, as an actual option for weapons in the game. But this one here, for example, the old Decay, right, and Blight, they actually work pretty well on the Teth robot. It's just the problem when the enemy are all running, you know, Leos and Nuos, then it's gonna be tricky to score good kills with these things. But you see, anything that isn't a Nuo Leo actually goes down. And this is an right there, what we're shooting at is a Teth robot, an Anubis, if we will. And he is absorbent, or he absorbs a lot of damage for a while with his physical shields. And from what I gather, and I don't yet have a description for the robot, but I feel like connecting this shot with him does not only teleport you to him, but it also EMPs him. Because I've been hit by that Teth robot a bunch of times, and typically what it will do, it will EMP me. And at the same time, that physical shield, those 400k, they seem to come back. So this isn't a one-time physical shield that you only have once, like for example the Tier robot has. No, this physical shield actually stays or comes back, perhaps with the ability use. Maybe it comes back once you connected successfully this little rocket that you shoot with your enemy, right? So there's still a few like things that we don't know exactly about the robot. When there is no description and no telling what it does, it's a little difficult to figure it out. But again, I do think it causes EMP. It will teleport you to the enemy. I think he restores his physical shield, and also has some additional immunities or resistances that he kicks in, because sometimes it just takes so much firepower from the enemy to kill me, and it's not just because of that physical shield. So, but to be 100% honest, I don't know. Here's the new battleship in action. I'm launching it from space. It starts off with a big hit, and then it triggers this area barrage from up top. You see it's still doing a ton of damage there, but unfortunately the Bagliore robot just teleported out of there. Otherwise it would have been a really good way to finish him off. And you see we're doing a ton of damage here with these nice old Blight, Hazard and Decay weapons. Been a while since we've done, you know, very well with them. And I think this robot is one of those that could do it. One medium, one heavy, that's already pretty good. And then 2 light weapons on top. Makes it so that you can't run every combination. For instance, the new Nanea weapon, there's only a medium and light version of it. There is no heavy version of this weapon. Another thing that you see all the time is, I'm trying to move, but I can't. Because the robot has a problem where, with his legs, it keeps getting stuck on tiny little ramps. As soon as the terrain goes like upwards, the robot loses the ability to move for some reason. Very odd. Boom, boom. What the heck? That was not a hit. Okay, whatever. Although I did do damage on the left side. Maybe the game counted this as a hit against the Titan. But yeah, so I'm going to start up and I'm going to get immediately deleted by the Yao Ming there in one shot. And as I'm trying to shoot back to him, at least take revenge, can't even do that because I end up getting destroyed immediately from another side as well. So that was a bit unfortunate, but now we have the Screamer and Howler combo here on this robot. 5 point something million HP in the top left, and I teleported to him. So I really hard countered this guy crazy right there with his Ravager and with his regulators. Typically he would do a lot there, but I teleported to him, EMP'd him I think, and then deleted him from short range, while at the same time being nearly invincible with that unstable conduit that we use. And just look what I'm doing to the enemy here. I'm just zip-zapping around and everything dies, right? From these weapons. So these weapons do a ton of damage. They prevent the healing. Screamer, Howler, super powerful weapon. But now I'm trying to get in cover, and again, can't do it because walking slight slopes is outside of the realm of possibilities for this setup. And then to the left, there's the next Titan. So there we go. Boom. All right, so what else do we have? Okay, we have these lasers, Hwangji or whatever those are. I would not recommend anybody using these weapons anymore. They literally do absolutely nothing. This is no damage as well. I may as well just not fire at all. Between not firing and firing, there is basically no difference. So if that is your weapon, and this is a maxed weapon because it's on the test server, so completely useless. Don't ever bother using this weapon again. Yeah. Instead, Nania and so on, these weapons, they pop you so quickly, right? Then the other new weapons that came in together with the sword unit, insanely powerful. So yeah, there are some better options. And also, of course, these regulators that I really don't like. The fact that they can do that kind of damage so quick and then at that kind of range, I feel like that's a mistake. Should not be possible. But yeah. Look how fast, by the way, I get when I'm walking down. So while this is a massive annoying problem, here, look how fast I get. It's like I have gravity accelerating me when I'm running down a slope. But that doesn't exist in War Robots, does it? We don't have gravity that will make you, like we have gravity, but it doesn't change the speed at which your robot walks because it's going downhill, right? Unless Pixonic is experimenting around with this, making you try to make you slower when you walk up a hill and faster when you run it back down. I'm not sure. Maybe they're experimenting around with physics like that. That would explain why we are getting slow to the point of almost not moving at all when we're trying to go up a slope, but we somehow race it down like crazy, right? And yeah, even the smallest slopes are enough to cause that problem. I have the new battleship ready, but I want to launch it against something where I feel like it's a little less mobile and gets hit a little more often. The Leo up there would take no damage from it, so there's no reason to shoot at him. And that other is a Nuo that keeps flying around at full speed, so also not really any use in going for him. But that guy maybe. Okay, boom, airstrike on him. The new battleship. And I did what did I just do? 500,000 shield damage against him? There was some kind of damage that ticked up that looked like it was a 550,000 or something. But there's no way I can do this kind of damage against a physical shield, right? By the way, he has the 100 meters range weapon, so I'm staying away from him. And look how beautiful I'm going to hard counter that player now. Because he's going to come out, and I know he only has 100 meters range. However, he can teleport towards me, which he's going to do right now with his weapon. So, I'm walking immediately away from him, outside of his 100 meters range, and before he gets in cover and reloads, I actually fire my weapon back at him, teleport behind him, and eliminate him with 2 very well placed shots from DK. Boom! Bye-bye, friend! That, not Aramis, what is it? That, Anubis robot here, or Teth, how it's called, is actually really fun to play. I just wish I could use it a little more freely, because on the test server you see a lot of Nuos and Leos, and they make it very difficult to test the Teth robot, right? I'm also getting destroyed now, and somehow my built-in weapon would simply not connect well with the enemy there, cause a teleport or something. But we have a crazy moment going on with this Vendicatore Ultimate Ao Ming. 4 Vendicatores, that's basically a Titan instant kill, or at least about 700,000-800,000 damage. And on the test server, that often is a Titan one-hit kill. And I'm basically just, every time I fire, I one-tap something. So just watch this going. This is going to be crazy. I actually really play this thing very well in this match. And I'm always flying up because I expected some kind of stealth ability to trigger when I do it. Okay, that guy was not a one-hit kill. Another one is using the same setup, also the same Ao Ming. And we're also having the Titan nuclear amplifier. So the more damage we do, the more damage we do, you know? And that means that even this Leo there, boom, boom, gone. Leo killed. Airstrike, the new airstrike right in the enemy base. Look how many targets are affected by it. It's crazy how much damage we're doing in there. Boom! That area bombardment over there, hitting, triple hitting, quadra hitting all these enemies, then one tapping the Bersagliere Titan with a delayed Titan Slayer notification. Like, What is going on? But yeah, so ladies and gents, if you like this gameplay, you want to see more of it, stay tuned on all the new things, and see more awesome one-shots, then stay tuned, subscribe, and be there for the next video as well. The new Teth robot is going to be fun to play, but a couple of things need to be done about it so that we can play that a little more freely, maybe on the test server. And also, unfortunately, it shows how broken Leos are. You can basically not get them destroyed at all on the test server. It's like almost impossible. Even 3 players shooting him, you basically can't kill the Leo. It is nuts. And then he brings up that massive shield as well. Boom, boom. I wanted to keep some of my shots, but don't worry, that guy is also going to go down. I'm going to start my healing here. Actually, hold on, my healing went back on cooldown. Did you see that? My healing went back on cooldown for no reason. One through his last stand. Thankfully, I was able to kill him. Now I can use the ability and heal up. Okay, and this time I'm actually getting heal. But before, the ability went just back on cooldown. Or maybe it just was the end. Now I'm acting like I didn't see him so that he fires and doesn't think I'm a threat, and then I turn around and one-tap him. I saw the Ravager before, but I also knew if I look at him, he's probably gonna go in stealth, and I wanted to kill him. And so I looked away, I acted like I didn't care or didn't know, and then pum, gone, you know? So quickly that he could almost not react to it. What do we have here? A Minos. Boom, boom. Oh my goodness, dude. A full ultimate Minos, one-tapped. Almost full. That is just crazy, guys. That is just absolutely crazy. Another airstrike was hammered in there, and here comes the Skyros ball, but somehow, unfortunately, he stopped. Why did you stop, bro? Come on. Back out with you. Bap, bap, bap. Wow, how much damage I take just from one weapon connecting. Alright, so that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me what you think about the Teth robot, or Anubis. And catch you in the next video. Manni signing off. Bye-bye.